In just 30 days, I built this brand new YouTube channel from scratch to now over 5,000 subscribers and nearly 100K views. But the best part about it is we are actually collecting tons of cash by selling their info product. And in this video, I'm gonna show you my exact launch strategy so you can literally go ahead and copy the exact thing. As you can see, yep, getting tons of more leads. And I want that to be you. So if you lock in on this video and don't skip any of the steps, because you will miss out on hella sauce. And tons of my clients are making multi six figures from YouTube. So if you want to do the same, let's get straight into it. So first things first comes down to the content that makes cash mindset shift. You cannot be focused on making content for virality versus making content for cash. And I'm going to break down the difference, actually show you how we did this for this client. Because I like to think of content from a very psychological standpoint. And when I'm coming up for video ideas or ideation for this channel, it's not necessarily about how many views we're getting, because we're targeting and focused on our ICP, which is our ideal customer profile. And that is just focusing on targeted buyers. And we aren't just treating these videos as entertainment. No, each video is seen, as you see here, as a sales asset, because this is actually what can go ahead and make them more money on the back end of their funnel. And this specific client has a high ticket and a low ticket offer. And as you can see here, there's a qualification form. When you go to their website, you have to apply. Obviously, if you cannot afford the high ticket, you'll be sold into the low ticket. Or once you buy the low ticket, you can be sold into the high ticket and vice versa. But when I'm breaking down the ICP, which is the ideal customer profile of the client, I'm looking at the pains of this ICP, and I'm also looking at the desires. Because like it says here, if you can find the right viewers to consume your content, you literally will convert to cash. And to further even break this down, after you tap into those pains and desires, you can also tap into FAQs. You can also tap into sales objections and just reverse engineer tapping into pains and desires, reverse engineer tapping into FAQs, and then your sales objections. This is how you can create ideation around your ideal customer profile, which is the actual viewer you want to be making your content for. And if you don't do this, you can get as many views as possible, but you're not going to convert to cash. You actually have to make sure your content is sophisticated, and you have to be doing this over and over and actually seeing what audience feedback you're getting so you can be able to tweak and make your content actually convert to cash. I know you're probably wondering, okay, what is this quote unquote secret launch strategy that helped you guys actually get 5K subscribers in less than 30 days or in a 30-day time frame and basically 100K views? So I'm gonna go ahead and cover this. So this specific client has a bigger IG audience. This can be done from scratch though. We have clients at Content Cash Media. Like you can see here, we've generated clients multi six figures, even with smaller audience. So you don't need a super big audience to do this. But I will say in this case, they do have an IG audience. So we use our launch strategy, which is basically we got subscribers on our YouTube before we launched our first video. So that way, when we launched our first video organically, we let that video be on YouTube for 2 to 3 hours, and their followers from IG had already went to their YouTube. And within those 2 to 3 hours, it basically got organic growth. That way we don't have to drive external traffic to it. And after those 2 to 3 hours, that is when we actually linked the video, and then it got some external traffic plus the organic. And that just led to our first video getting around 7.3K views. And then from there, we haven't really used the IG story method. It's really just been organic content. We might have used it for the second and third video. But even the free course, this is all organic. These videos are all organic as well. So it's not like we're using IG or you need IG to do this launch strategy. If you have an existing audience on any platform, or even just a couple friends, 10 to 50 subscribers is all you need. If they can watch that first video organically and then publish it. Once you publish it, you can throw some external traffic to it after 2 to 3 hours. But I also do want to break down the funnel that we're using to actually convert these viewers into cash, because we have a YouTube VSL on our channel, which is the free course, which is printing for us. And there's other certain videos in our funnel that are also just helping everything actually convert. So if we look at here, I'm going to just draw this chart. Essentially, our funnel is, we have the free course at the top of the funnel. We have top of funnel content. We have middle of funnel content, and we have bottom funnel content. I'm going to break down each one. So if I come over to the channel here, we do have this free course, which has, nearly 50K views in 13 days. That's literally crazy. And this video is hopefully going to go on to hit 100K views, and this is coming all from our ideal customer profile. And once again, we are handling everything A to Z on these videos, from ideation, scripting, literally anything you can think of, video editing. It doesn't matter. We handle the entire process. So if you want to do the same and work with CCM, just click the first link down below. But back to what I was saying, this free course is at the top of our funnel. Whenever people come to our channel, it's the first video that we want them to watch. And then we're also driving all of our traffic using the VSL flywheel framework to whenever we're posting these other videos here, we're driving all the traffic back to this free course, because this is what's gonna nurture people to actually go ahead and book a call and tap into our high ticket product. So that free course has 50K views, and then we're just using the flywheel, like I said, to drive people back to it over and over again, and just linking it. It's at the top of the description for all these other videos that I'm about to cover here, which is the top of funnel content, middle of funnel content, bottom of funnel content. An example of top of funnel content is how to make $10,000 per month trading meme coins in 2025. This is beginner's guide. So with this one, since it's beginners, it's more broad, which means when a video is more broad, you have a higher TAM, which is total addressable market. So this is going to be content towards beginners in our case, or just very like crypto advice even, and this could even be like vlogs in our case. We will probably launch them soon on this channel, but that's how I think about top of funnel content. From there, we have middle of funnel content. Middle of funnel content could be how to, this can be explainer videos, this can be tutorials, anything of that nature, right? And in our case on this channel, we have this how to make $1,000 a day with meme coins, but this is a full Axiom Pro guide. This is more like something people in the crypto space already understand, which is why it's middle of funnel. It's not necessarily top of funnel, top awareness where we're going for bigger TAM. If you know what Axiom is, you're already trading and understand what this thing is. So it's more middle of funnel. It's also a how-to video. And then bottom of funnel is really case studies. This could be also interviews. This could be niche deep insights, NDI. So we look at our channel here, we have watch me live make $50,000 trading crypto meme coins. He's really doing what he's talking about live in this video, which makes it kind of bottom of funnel, but it can be applied to the rest of the videos. But since he's showing it live, I feel like if people are ideal customer profiles watching this video and they're like, yo, this guy's doing it live, then they're going to be more nurtured and trust him more, which is the biggest factor behind YouTube. You can get this trust on YouTube that you can't get on IG, TikTok, Twitter, any other social media out there. You can get that trust on YouTube because it's a platform built on watch time. And imagine watching a 27-minute video of somebody live trading. Why would they not be nurtured to go, want to tap into your high ticket offer? Next, we have this video, how this kid made $3 million trading meme coins. This is an interview with actually one of the top students in their program. We just kind of framed it in a different way, but at the end of the day, this is funneling into their program. It's an interview. We gave them our framework for the interview, and this is a bottom funnel video. And we still have tons of more stuff to cover. Like I said, you don't want to miss out on any parts of this video because you will miss out on tons of sauce. But if you apply this funnel, you're going to see the results, and you just want to mix these, different styles of content. Not really like stick to it like a strict plan to follow, but make sure you have each of these within your posting schedule, and you will see the results. If you don't, that's on you, and you're going to miss out on collecting cash, obviously. But at the end of the day, you do not want your content to feel salesy, which is why even I have to tell this client a lot, like, you don't have to overdo your pitches. Like, it should be very subtle is how I think about it. And you do want to soft sell your stuff to where you're so good that people should just feel obligated to buy it. And once again, we do these through, in this case, the live videos, which is sort of like a case study of like his own editing, right? We also do it through the interviews because this is like, they're literally just flexing the results that they have already with their clients, but they're not hard pushing it on everyone. And then when you want to do a call to action in a video, you want to make sure that call to action is very subtle and actually related to what you're already talking about in the video, so it doesn't seem forced. You really want to have a natural feel to any CTA that you do. But I also want to call out the biggest mistakes that info businesses make when they come onto YouTube. First things first, it is going to be the randomness and not like having a strategy behind YouTube or learning how to post what videos. And obviously, like, when you're a business owner, you're limited on time. Like, time is limited. So if you're, have limited time already and then you're mixing that in with no strategy, it's just like, what are you doing? Like, you don't know what you're doing and you have no time with it. So you want to leverage that funnel that I gave you earlier in this video and actually tap into that. You don't want your videos to be random, and you don't want to be shooting for a very huge TAM out the bat. You want to actually make sure you are hitting that ideal customer profile, especially if you're selling a high ticket B2B offer. Another big mistake is that it feels too forced. Like, people are, obviously giving education, but then it feels like they're forcing the viewer to actually buy their stuff. So that's another thing I wouldn't do. You don't want to make your marketing feel forced. It should be kind of natural. And then third, I feel like it's important, like it says here, basically personal story, but literally like leveraging your story for one, but also your competitive edge and allowing that to bleed throughout your content. And this is the way you're going to be able to actually execute your videos on camera, but have your stuff be different than everyone else in your niche, because you have areas that you know are better than other people at, and you want to be able to show those through your titles, through your thumbnails, to your scripts, and just have that bleed through your content. I feel like that's super important. But the thing is, if you look at all the top personal brands, Hormozy, Gary Vee, Belmar, these guys say all the same things over and over and over again. So do not feel like afraid of saying the same thing over and over again with your brand, and actually allowing that story of yours to bleed through, because that's how you're going to get people once again to actually rock with you and want to buy your stuff. And I'm not going to cover like the funnel stuff too much. I'm not a funnel expert. I'm just good at creating content that can, you know, have people tap into your funnel. But I guess a quote unquote system for scaling comes down to these things. So you obviously want to have the basic funnel of content, which really just comes down to top of funnel, middle of funnel, and then bottom of funnel. But in these videos, essentially you want to drive your top and middle of funnel viewers to the bottom of funnel stuff. And the reason why we're doing that is because you want to obviously be able to grow your channel with the top of funnel stuff. With the middle of funnel, it's kind of like nurturing the people that are already there. And then with the bottom of funnel, that's actually how you get people to convert, is how I think about it. And obviously any of these content styles can get people to convert, but this is like the funnel that we're thinking of it logically and from a psychological standpoint. Once again, in these top of funnel and middle funnel videos, this is where, you know, you leverage your competitive edge. This is where, you know, you allow your story to bleed through your content, and you just want to be different than everyone else out there, so they feel that presence. And then obviously that helps them feel more trusted to actually tap into the bottom of funnel stuff as well. And I'm not the type of person to use like fake scarcity or none of that stuff, but this personal brand stuff is getting serious a lot. Everybody wants to start a personal brand. So why would you wait on everyone to start instead of just starting now, taking action? That's why I'm doing the same thing with my brand, just putting the reps out there. And if people rock with your stuff, they do. If they don't, they don't. But the thing that Hormozy said is that you want to get 1% better each video, not just like posting a lot of quantity, but each video see like, yo, what worked here that I can replicate, and what didn't work that I should cut out from my process. If you can do that video and video, building this personal brand will be 100% worth it. And if you want, you know, CCM to help you out with the entire process like we did here with Alex's channel, which we've been scaling, and we're going to continue to scale to 6 figures with YouTube, then just click the first link down below, and I'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.